All right. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to Coast to Coast. I'm one of the hosts. I'm Little 2K. This is Beyond 716. Um, Brian, how we doing, man?
Doing very well. I mean, another big win last week, and we're on to the showdown this weekend. How are things with you?
Yeah, we're experiencing pretty good, man. Pretty good. Can't complain. We are experiencing some technical difficulties. There is something going on with the connection here on my side. It's a little wonky, right?
There we go.
Yeah, like this is something's up with the connection. We're gonna try to power this and keep it moving, man. Um,
Absolutely. We got it, Whittle.
yeah,
We'll
this
hold
is
it
this is
down.
wild. But anyway, all right.
Hey,
This is Fins Week, man. This is a big game.
it is.
We're playing again.
You know what
Yeah.
else it is too, Whittle?
I
It's
want to
emphasis. It's
get started. No through. Yeah, this is wow. This is really, really like I'm trying to figure out a way
okay.
that I can mitigate this.
Sure thing. You want me to roll along for a bit, just for a second, and then we'll go come through.
Yeah, because this is bad. But before I get into that, before we do that, um, before we do anything else, real quick, I want to definitely shout out the guests that we got today. We got the Dolphins mob in here, and we also have a former NFL wide receiver, Dr. Reginald Brown. He's a big Dolphins
Excellent.
fan as well. So, we're looking forward to chopping it up with these gentlemen today. Um,
Absolutely.
I've been looking forward to doing this show for a while now. The Dolphins are a really, really good team. The Buffalo Bills are a really good team. So this Sunday, man, it's going to be a really, really, really good matchup, and we're looking forward to it. So, without further ado, I'm going to bring on Dolphins mob right now. We got my man Tony and Mo coming to the
Hey,
stage.
Tony.
What's up?
Hey,
What's up,
Mo.
What's
y'all?
going on,
What's going on,
How you
y'all
fellas?
doing, guys?
boys?
What's going on?
Good.
What's
What's
up?
good
What's
with
up,
y'all?
man?
Thanks for coming on, guys. I appreciate. We really
Hey, we
Yeah,
appreciate
doing
it.
man.
good. We doing
Appreciate y'all for having us, man.
Trying to
Of
get the
course,
light. There it
absolutely.
goes. So what's going on,
There you
fellas? How
go.
y'all doing?
Doing good. I
no,
mean,
no doubt,
we're
of
halfway
course,
through
of
the week.
course.
The showdown looms,
There's no way I
guys.
How we feeling so far?
yeah, this
Your connection's bad,
so
Widow,
far
right?
so good, man. Listen, I'm having some technical difficulties. Yeah, yeah, it's bad on my side, bro.
I
I
see
Is
it.
it
don't
because
want
it's
to
Dolphin
end
week?
this and
What?
then restart it, but that might be the best way to get this going. Can y'all hang out for about 10
Sure,
minutes? Give me
bro.
like 5 minutes. Y'all hang out.
Sure.
It's
And then
fine,
but
brother. We
I'm
good,
a, I'm
bro.
a, I'm gonna drop off
I
and then
get.
I'm gonna come back.
Hey, I got you, Widow. I get it.
Okay,
Yeah,
Whittle.
we'll get this
We got you, man. Yeah,
going
Pat said
again.
sometimes we got to
I
reset.
apologize,
That
fellas.
happens.
It's y'all first loss in 7 seasons. I get it, bro. You're not used to this. I got you.
Oh,
I understand,
all
Widow.
right.
No problem.
Shots fired. I
Look, he's
love
stuck in
it.
the
I
matrix,
love
bro.
it.
He can't say nothing right now, but it's okay. He's gonna cook
Yeah.
us when he comes back.
Oh,
It's
he's
okay.
getting. Believe me, he's cooking it up. So what's going on, guys? So
Oh man, no,
talk to
man,
us.
just hanging out, man. I'm pumped. I'm pumped for the game, man. I can't wait.
Listen, it's funny. One of my best friends is a big Dolphin fan, right? He's been a Dolphin fan. I'm almost 50. He's like in his 50s. And we were talking about historically the Bills Dolphins rivalry, right? We go back to the 90s when it was hot, Kelly Marino. I feel like we're at that time again, right? I mean, How do you feel on your side? I can't imagine it's nothing but elation right now. I mean, you guys are storming out of the gate, taking the league by storm. So just give me your overall thoughts of where you are with the Dolphins right at this moment.
I'll let Tony go. Go ahead, Tony, man. Go ahead. You got it.
It feels good to finally feel like we're in that category with the upper echelon teams. You know what I mean? Teams that have aspirations of getting to the playoffs and also, you know what I'm saying, possibly the Super Bowl. So it's a little different, you know. We had a rough couple of years, you know what I'm saying? Everybody already know we don't got to go back that far. But it feels, I'll be honest with you, it feels different this year. This year feels a little bit different. I have a little bit more confidence. Last year was more nervous. Let's see how they pan out. Let's see how they work together. See if they can, you know what I'm saying, come build some camaraderie, stuff like that. But this year, man, it's more excitement. I can't wait. This one is the big one for me. That's why I had to go see this one live and in person. I couldn't watch this one on TV.
That's great.
Yeah, I had to go see this one. I'm not even going to lie. I was waiting on the Bills weekend.
You know, and any of my fellow Mafia that's here, that's going, just make sure you take care of Tony, okay? Be good to him up there. So we want to hear some good
Alex
feedback.
Gonna take the trip. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make it up there, man. So it is what it is, man. But next time. But yeah, man, I'm really excited, dude. It was awesome to be there this weekend to see us put up 70. Like, you would never expect that ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine, bro, being at a game live at a Buffalo game and you guys are just pouring it on like that? Like, bro, it's wild. I came home. I didn't have a voice, bro. I didn't have a voice till like Monday afternoon. Like, It was crazy. Yeah. It was wild, bro. To see that live, was great.
It's funny. Now. As a Bills fan, I'm watching our game, right? I'm focused in, talking to my father about the Bills. He's a Bills fan. And then I go to my phone. I'm like, whoa, did I just see 70? I mean, you guys just lay 70 on the Broncos? And then the app has the total yards. 735 total yards. I mean, this isn't like the University of Miami playing like Bethune-Cookman or something, right? You know what I mean? Like this is a professional football team
actually
laying 735 yards and 70 points. Listen, I know the Broncos have been bad, but I don't care what team it is. You've definitely opened up the eyes. I mean, I've had my eye on you guys all year. I mean, all off season. We know about last year with Tua's, with the injuries, and you guys were 8-3, and you were hot on our tail. Mm-hmm. So I expect this to be like a playoff atmosphere. Do you? One question I wanted to ask you. One question I wanted to ask you both, and this maybe can be answered after the game, right? My buddy said he kind of loves the fact they scored 70 last week, but he also feels scared about it because it sets such a high bar, right?
You
know what I mean? Do you guys feel anything like that at all as a fan? Do you think, it's just so much fun, I'm loving it? And,
go ahead, Tony. I'll let you go first, and I'll answer next.
Yeah, no, I don't feel the pressure. I just feel like they went out and did what they had. I mean, towards the tail end of it, they were really just doing toss sweeps to score. So it's not like they was doing. I could see if they was doing all kind of gadgets or expose some special plays or something like. It was real simple. You know what I mean? So the fact that they did it on simple plays, I'm not worried about that. They didn't have to show nothing extra. They didn't have to do it wasn't a tight game to where we had to pull out our bag of tricks or certain plays that we was trying to hold on for later down the line. So that's why I'm not really nervous about it or nothing like that. I'm quite sure they had something that they were saving for Buffalo. So I don't feel like they had to expose that or nothing like that. So I'm good with it.
True.
Yeah, I believe. Listen, bro. The way at the end of the day is the way I look at it is last year we went 2-1 against you guys. I mean, 1-2 against you guys. All right. This year it's a whole new year. No excuses. Mm-hmm. We're probably going to end up playing each other 3 times again this year. Probably.
I think it's a good possibility.
So,
yes.
Listen, there's a whole new year. I've been saying my mantra the whole year has been no excuses. Last year, we had our ups and downs, roller coasters. We had the injuries. It was a rough season. We started off high and then went low. Mm-hmm. And then we got into the playoffs, and then it was like the playoff game, first of all, I went in there with no expectations. But watching it live, it was like, bro, we can actually pull this off. If we actually play right, if it wasn't for key situations, and I can name them, the Waddle drop passes, the Tyreek drop passes, the situational play calling that was coming in late or whatever it may be because of the quarterback. But this year is no excuses. So we got a game.
Yep.
We can talk all our crap now. We can have our fun going at each other, trolling each other. But Sunday we got a game to play, and we'll find out who's who.
You know, guys, as an outside observer of the Dolphins, right? And listen, we're rivals, but I try to look at everything very objective, right? One of the problems that both of our teams have had over the whole Brady era is that we were never stable, right? We never had stability in our organization. This is year 2 of Mike McDaniel, right? You got your coaching staff in place. You bring in Nick Fangio, right? Like, I feel like the Dolphins, they remind me of us in 2019 and 2020 when we stepped out, started winning 13 games, right? We made a big leap. Like, I feel like you guys are right on that doorstep right now, right? And I just think that's one of the biggest keys both of our teams have missed. And now we're both coming in with this. The thing that's popping out to me about the Dolphins is the running game. I mean, I fully, you know, Tua's going to eat. I mean, Tyreek Hill's he's the biggest weapon in the game. You know, Jalen Waddle's incredible. But tell us about the running game and what you guys are seeing, because that's the shocking part to me. Is I expect you guys to run better, but I'm looking at the numbers are jaw-dropping. So if you can get into that with us a little bit.
Go ahead.
I'll be honest with you. You want to go first, Mo, on this one, or you want me to go?
All right. I just want to be honest with you. The running game, I expected us to have a decent running game, not to the extent that it's been. Like the first game, the running game wasn't really there. You know what I'm saying? The first game, it was like a shootout where Tua had to put the team on his back and he had to just basically outduel Josh compared to the, what the thing is, what they were doing. Now, let's be honest, what they were doing, they did like how you guys did us last year in Miami, controlling the ball, keeping us off the field, trying to, keep the ball out of our hands. The problem was we were just being so efficient. It didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So that was the first game. The second game, if you really look at it, we went 30 for 30, bro. 30 passes, 30 runs. You know what I'm saying? Tua had, I can't remember the yard. I think it was, what was it?
259.
259. And then we averaged, I think it was like 155 overall rushing that game. So that was a complete balanced attack. And that shows you Tua can do the efficient aspect of it. And then last week was just like a fireworks show. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, no matter what we did, pass or run, simple toss plays with motion mixed up into it where these boys are just taking it to the house. Or Tua dropping back, having time, having like 3 seconds and be able to rip it, you know what I'm saying, over across with Tyreek. Or whatever it may happen, like whatever it was this week, it happened. Like, it was weird. So that's, I'm happy that I was there for witness, history, but it's one game. We got another game to play, and we'll see what happens next week. We're gonna find out. I'm really interested. And first of all, while I know you complimented a running game, I'm gonna say James Cook. He's been looking nice. Don't think I haven't been paying attention. I seen James like, he's nice.
I think
and Murray's been doing pretty decent too.
Right, Mo? Is he like third overall in yardage?
Yeah. James Cook is nice.
Both of our teams surprisingly are cooking, no pun intended, on the ground, right? So,
yeah.
Hey, Whittle, you back with us? Are you good? I just want to make sure Whittle's okay with this.
He dropped out.
So,
he dropped out again.
We'll get him back. So
we'll get him back.
Just to answer your question, Beyond, I'm more surprised. I'm gonna be honest with you, how great our O-line is playing. Like, that was the whole thing all season. Everybody was worried about the O-line. How will we were looking to improve people, bring people in. You know what I mean? That was the biggest concern the whole offseason. And, bro, to this point, they like top 3 now?
Yeah.
In O-line playing.
I mean, both.
You know what I mean? Isaiah Wynn been great, bro, on that left side. Like, bro, he's been a great addition right there. Put him in the clear of that left guard. Of course, T Stead, Connor, even though Connor Williams, even though he have the little snap issues, but blocking, he's top 3.
And we found our swing tackle, bro. We found our swing tackle.
Lamb.
You
know what I mean? That's what I would say what mostly surprised me about our run game is how our O-line is playing so good and so efficient. I wasn't expecting that. I thought we was going to have problems at right tackle and left guard, and they proved me wrong. So that's the biggest surprise, and I'm happy to see that they're actually working together and showing some consistency. 2 games in a row.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
Absolutely. I mean, that's something that's both of our teams had big question marks going into the season. And it's amazing the parallels, how we're both getting surprisingly very high results from our offensive line so far. So, Whittle, are you back with us now? I want to see if you were.
You look like
I'm
you're back.
on my phone, bro. It's something going on with my connection, but I'm gonna deal with that in the morning. We'll make a couple phone calls that should have already been made, but
we understand.
know how
It's all right, bro. It's cool, bro. I'm on my phone, bro. It is what it is, bro.
Hey, Wood, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard me. I was like, I know it's new to you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all first lost to the Dolphins in 7 seasons, so I understand, bro. You're not used to this. You've been in this position. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, I'm not prepared. Hey, brother, I'm not prepared for that. I had a couple of graphics that I wanted to bring
Arrows
out.
are slinging back and forth already. I love it.
I wanted to bring a couple graphics out, man, and kind of get some things understood here. But yeah, I just wanted to say, man, like, we have we both have really, really good offenses this year. You guys are ranked clearly number one, put 70 up on Denver. I mean, 70 points, over 700 yards. What else? What else did you guys do to them? Oh, like 300.
We broke like 13 records, bro. It was literally 13 records that we broke. It was wild.
More. They could have broken the all-time record, right?
But dude, you guys see the Tyreek situation? Tyreek basically said, the captain said, let's show mercy and take a kneel. You know that, right? Yeah. McDaniel's going to kick that field goal, and Tyreek said the captains, they all made a decision, said, hey, coach, let's just kneel it down. Let's get out of here. Real talk. It was just posted on his, like a little snippet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got a question from the chat. I think it's actually a good question. We'll get to it, but I just wanted to point out the fact that, Buffalo's going up against the number one offense. This is the first real offensive test that we've had all season long. But on the other side of things, this is the first real defense that you guys have faced outside the Patriots. I think this is a complete team that Miami is going up against in our building. I think it's going to be great, but this is a good question. Pat the Bill is asking, is Miami's offensive line good, or is that Tua getting the ball out quick?
You want me to answer that? You got it.
You could say it could be a combination of a little bit of both.
I think Tua's masking it a little bit. Go ahead, Tony. I think Tua's masking it a little bit. I think there is improvement, a lot of improvement from last year, yes. But I think Tua's masking it a little bit with his pocket presence. Like, we've always said this, that Tua has a good pocket presence in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to move around in the pocket. The other thing is, I want to say, now that the way the offense is structured, or the way he's doing things, it's like a rhythmic, and 2.5 to 2.8, that ball's gone. You know what I'm saying? So I know you guys got Matt Milano. You guys got the young kid that was a rookie last year. The other line, what's his name?
Terrell Bernard.
Bernard, yep. He's nice. You know what I'm saying? So you guys can bring pressure.
Name, fellas. Get used to that name, Terrell Bernard.
I know.
I'm not even sorry, bro. I had to look him up.
I already got the nickname. We already got the nickname pulled up, man. It's the All-Pro duo at linebacker.
All right. So listen, bro. It is what it is. We'll figure out. Can Tua get that ball out of his hands quick enough to not get hit in this game? We'll see. But I think that, listen, in all reality, you guys know it. Last year, we really didn't have a problem really moving the ball against you guys. I know it was last year, this is this year. And I know I wasn't going to say that, but if you look at the history of you guys against us last year, and we're saying the history, we didn't have too much issues moving the ball against you guys. Now, you guys didn't have issues against us either, too. That's why this matchup, it's like these two teams are both built to beat each other. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's just who has the best game overall, no turnovers, and efficiency.
If I can answer this question, I would say if you're talking about passing in that aspect, okay, you could say that it's Tua getting the ball out of his hand, but don't forget we're number one in rushing as well. So that says more about the O-line then Tua
Oh
get the ball
yeah,
out of his
y'all
hand.
number one in rushing.
Huh?
Yeah.
Y'all
Yeah,
number
they are.
We
number
number one in
one in
rushing as
Yes.
well.
offense
Yeah.
too.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir. We number one in both. So so
Okay.
that says more about the O-line play than Tua getting the ball out of his hand. So if it was just passing, I would say, okay, yeah, cool. You could say that. Which we all know he helps the O-line getting that. You don't have to block more than 2 seconds. That helps any
Mhm.
O-lineman. That's without
Mhm.
without question. But the fact that we're running the ball now, and McDaniel's calling run plays on 3rd and 3. He called a run play on 3rd and 5. We actually got it, but they called it back because of a holding. But the fact that he's sticking to the run and he's willing to run the ball on 3rd downs is showing that he's learned from last season, which that was one of our biggest criticism of him, is stay consistent in the run game. Whether it's successful at the beginning of the game, we still got to play 60 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I would say
Mhm.
more so they must improve be based on the run game. That's just me, based on the run game, because if it was just passing, then I'd be like, okay, cool.
All right.
You know,
Well,
just some quick numbers on that running game, Whittle. 93 attempts for an obscene 6.1 yards a carry. They have 20 plus yard rushes. They have 20 plus runs. They have 6 and 40 plus 4 different runs already. We're only 3 games into the season. Just to give you a little
yeah.
background on just how lethal that running game has been so
But
far.
I will like I said, look, this game, you know, we put up 70. Yes, this game is, like I said, there will never be a game like that. So you can sit there and say, oh, the stats are padded or whatnot, whatever it may be. But it just shows that our offense can be multidimensional. We can run the ball down your throat. We can pass the ball. We can hit you intermediate routes. We can hit you in long routes. We can hit you with a quick game. You know what I'm saying? We just got to put it all together. No, not nobody's perfect. You know, there is the games where people have bad games, but we just got to the way I feel, we got to win the trenches and we got to have an efficient game, no turnovers. I think the team that wins the trench battle and has no turnovers this game is going to win ultimately.
Turnovers might be a big key. I would
Yep.
admit to that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now let me talk to y'all about your group, the Dolphins Mob, right? What was the origin? How did this get started? Because what we want to do is introduce y'all to. I want to introduce the Bills Mafia people who watch this show. I want them to meet you guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know the Dolphins, maybe not the Dolphin players, but you know it's always nice to put a face with the other side. So you know we want to introduce you guys to Bills Mafia. So talk to us about the Dolphins Mob, how it came together, what you guys do. You know, the floor is yours.
All right, so I'm gonna start off and I'm gonna pass it to him.
Okay.
So the way it started off was a group of Dolphin fans getting together, and we wanted to host spaces and talk ball and things like that. Over the years, things changed, and basically we just kind of went separate ways with other people, and we just rebranded everything, and we basically went another direction. We started doing weekly spaces. We started doing things at games. Just to let you guys know, we host like a tailgate every year. We've been season ticket holders. We're at the games every game. Where you can find us. We invite everybody. Everybody's welcome. Dolphin fans, if we're playing you guys, Bills fans, everybody's welcome to come by. It's about a good time. You know, yes, we could talk crap to each other and everything like that, but everything's about respect. Nobody's not really gonna fight at a game or anything like that. Where we want to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? We could, talk crap about the teams, whatnot. But guess what? We're gonna have a beer together. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna eat good food, have music, have a good time, and we're all about fan interaction. And we like to and we like to keep the fan base informed. We like to, keep we like keep up with stats. We talk about free agency. We talk about sauces. We talk about just everything in general with the team. But the thing is, with us, you can put a face to us. You can meet us. We're always at the game. We have a good time, and it's all about just having fun. We're just all about our team. And I'll let Tony jump into what he wants to add.
Yeah, so with me, I'm fairly new. Like I'm probably one of the newest members. More is the reason that one of the reasons that I actually joined. I started from I used to go in his spaces, and I just started as a listener. Then I remember I had my opportunity. I was living in Georgia at the time. I had just moved to Georgia, and I was always been a season ticket holder. So I had an opportunity to reach out to a couple of the members up there to offer. You know, I had these tickets that I wasn't going to attend. You know what I mean? I just met a couple of Dolphin fans. So, you know, that's how I got introduced to Mo and everything. I requested to be a speaker, and you know, I offered a couple of guys some training camp tickets, some of my tickets that I wasn't going to. And just for everybody to know, I always, well, we all, me, Mo, and Alex, he should be joining us shortly. We all have season tickets, and every game we bring someone with us. Just so you know that, free of charge.
We always break. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
great.
that's
great.
what it's all about. Getting our fans to be able to witness games. You know what I mean? Especially the ones that's fortunate, that's probably just not able, or just might be out of town, and be like, you know what? I'm flying in. I'll be like, hey, listen, I got a ticket. How about you come? You know, we got to take away one of your expenses. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about. I just took one of my coworkers, his son, first game, this one, so he was able to witness the 70. You know what I'm saying? The 70 points live, get a couple of autographs, and that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? Showing, giving some, reaching back out, giving back to the fans. You know what I'm saying? And just building a community. That's what it's really about. You know, we out here, we talking, we networking with each other, we building a community, whether it's for the Dolphins, whether it's for the Bills Mafia. We all are sports fans at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So that's what we wanted to, that's what we wanted to be more about, is us enjoying sports as a whole community, and not just, oh, I'm a Dolphin fan, you're a Buffalo fan, or you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So that's where I came in.
Yep.
You know, when I met Mo, I was we had our tailgate going and stuff like that. So I just wanted to, you know, to bring some value. You know, I just didn't want to come in and just join. I wanted to bring some value to them. So that's how we got the tailgate started. We introduced everybody to the tailgate and invite everybody to come down. You know, we'd already have been extended an invite already. So he know when he come down here, he got somewhere to come. You know what I'm saying? As a fan, when he come out of town, he has somewhere to come to where he can enjoy himself and not worry about anything. So that's basically what it's mostly about. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we do our spaces and, you know what I'm saying, break down games, probably break down players. Sometimes Mo give us a little sauces, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know about the Mo sauces and stuff like that. But I think the bigger picture is bringing us together as a community and putting a good name on our fan base, and somewhere where you can come enjoy yourself and enjoy your fandom. You know what I mean? No matter who, you know how we have the separation of the tour guide and the one that's not. We trying to break that barrier, man. Let everybody come and enjoy this team as one and become a whole Dolphin community.
Correct. And I was just gonna say, last year we had, you know, there was one point where, you know, we brought a Jets fan. He went to the Jets game. He enjoyed that. So it's not about just not only Dolphins, you know, fans. We try to, if we can, we extend the open arms to somebody that it could be another fan base. You know what I'm saying? It's different people. It's just random luck how it happens, how we do it. So, you know, we just like to basically be a part of the fan experience. Basically, you come down, you know, Tony's from the area. Tony can give you all the pointers of everything: food, drinks, hangout spots, everything. Like, he can tell you where to go, where to be, where not to go, where it's safe, what's cool, what's not. He got everything you need to know about that aspect. He got you. You know, tailgating situation part, you know, just all kinds of stuff. You know, we can help you out with just all the info you need.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
But Widow, let me say one thing before we pass too. I don't know if I ever let you know this, but when you come down, I know you're supposed to come for that last game. Don't pay for that parking, man. Just hit me up. I got you, bro.
All right, I appreciate it, man. It was last time we parked.
Yeah, Tony can do the parking situation.
Nah.
It took us like
Tony's
a half hour.
Tony's the man.
It was bad.
Guys, I love that story. I love what both of you said. Like, just to give you one quick example, 3 weeks ago, I flew from California to Jersey to see the first game, right? And was lucky enough, my buddy won Lee Sean's contest, our one of our best Bills fans ever, right? But if everybody asks me, how was the game, right? We lost, right? That's not the first thing I tell them. No, I met Whittle for the first time. I finally got to meet Whittle. I met Lee Sean. I met Brad. I met Coach, right? You know, like all our fans. that's what makes it so great, right? Even some of the Jet fans, like you guys are doing down there in Miami, I think that's fantastic, and would love to, if I ever get down there, would love to collaborate, just to meet you guys and just I
More
think
than
that's a
welcome,
great
brother.
thing that you're all doing.
Yeah,
More than welcome.
Yeah, and same for us. Same here. It's the same.
If you're
for us.
coming down to Miami the last game, let us know, man. I know Widow's
I
probably
will.
coming through, so just let us know.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You never
I'm not
know.
missing that, man.
We'll see.
Me and the
Never
wife
know what could happen.
me and wifey coming down, bro. We're gonna have a good time. But
Oh, yeah.
listen, man, we're gonna move this right along, and let's talk about these 2023 Dolphins. I think y'all brought up a little bit about the team, some of the guys that y'all got, but Tua's second year in the Mike McDaniel system. Most of this back. Y'all drafted this kid, A-Chain, another speedster. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and now, just talk to me a little bit about the 2023 Dolphins versus the 2022 Dolphins. Like, what do you look at and see as like the major changes, the major things that change from last year to this year?
You want to go first, Tony?
Yeah, I think obviously the most clear and blatant one is how well Tua is playing. I think Mike McDaniel put it best. Last year it was like as if he was learning a new language, and this year he's more fluent. He's fluent in the language now, so everything comes second in nature. I don't know if you ever try to learn a second language, but you translate it in your language first in your head. That's kind of what he was going through the first season, but now this season he don't have to translate it. He understands the nuances of the playbook and stuff like that. Braxton Berrios been a very good addition on special team, as well as filling in for that third and fourth receiver. And Achane, bro, Achane. I mean, last week was the first week we was able to show a new weapon, and just that's one thing that I like, because now there's another weapon that the opposing teams have to at least game plan for. You know what I mean? Another speedster, not just Tyreek, not just Waddle. You know what I mean? And we just brought up Chosen back. You know what I mean? So the more weapons we have, the harder it is to key on Tyreek, or you know what I mean, do the cover two shell, however they want to play us. We now have a new weapon. See, he wasn't there for the Patriots game, and we still did a pretty decent job in rushing. But now that's an addition. So I think that's one of the biggest. For me, that's the biggest difference is our running game. The way our O-line is playing this year is, like I said earlier, it's real surprising to me. I mean, Isaiah Wynn is like, you know what I mean? He's been money on that left guard right there. You know what I'm saying? Right next to T-Stead. I mean, that was the left guard and right tackle was my worry spots. And Austin Jackson surprised me, man. I'm not even going to lie. Everybody was asking me. I said I was gonna push in the panic button. I'm be real. I was pushing that panic button on Austin Jackson. Nah, he's brought it now. I seen him got 2 pancakes. So and my that D line. That's why I'm like, I hope this is gonna be the biggest test. That's why I had to come see it live in person to see if it holds up against that D line. You know what I mean? To see if it's you know how they say show me if it's real. I want to know if it's really real. You know what I mean? But what about you, Mo?
Basically, the difference from last year and this year is like basically like you're saying, the understanding of the playbook and the terminology. Tyreek even said it last year. They were still learning the playbook. They weren't perfectly on their keys and their routes and everything like that. This year, it's like Tua knows. Like, bro, if you really watch the film, like he's throwing the spots like before these boys are out their breaks. Like he's just like, bam, window. Like he's throwing it before the window's even there. You know what I'm saying? He's being more anticipated, like he's anticipating his throws more. We're actually having a commitment to the run game. We're actually sticking to the run game. Usually McDaniel would run the ball pretty efficiently and then all of a sudden get away from it. And then start getting pass happy. So I see a better balance this year. I see Tua with a better command of the offense. I've seen, like Tua's like, I think it's 15 for 16. I don't remember the stats because I shared it to our chat, but it's like 15 for 16 for 179 yards without Tyreek on the field. Like it's like levels. It's not like people are saying, "Oh, all he has is Tyreek." But he's not. It's not utilizing just Tyreek. He's being efficient without Tyreek being on the field, with he's on the field, with Waddle on the field, without the field. He's utilizing Berrios. So it's great. It's a great different situation.
that leads me into
Hold on.
the
Wait,
next thing.
wait,
Like
what was this? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Mike McDaniel, bro. Like Mike McDaniel's the architect behind all of this. You just mentioned how the numbers look without Tyreek on the field, and you're still producing. And we got this comment from Joseph. Appreciate you for coming through, bro. Such a complex offensive system, and I don't know necessarily if it's complex, but I have to say it is creative. I'm not going to say complex. I'm going to say it's creative. You know what's coming. They're running clearer routes. They're getting your defenders to react to eye candy that's in front of them, and that opens up space behind that eye candy. The next thing you know, you got a completion of first down or more. Like Mike McDaniel is a breath of fresh air for y'all. Like it feels like
It's
it feels
it's great.
yeah,
I'm not
like
gonna lie.
the way y'all was talking about Brian B Flow, man, Brian Flores, man, and then and y'all spent some capital to get Mike McDaniels over there. So if you could talk, y'all could talk a little bit about Mike McDaniel. Y'all, floor is yours.
Go
Well,
ahead, Tony.
I think the thing about it, like his first season, you saw him making those little rookie mistakes. The biggest thing being the game management, especially the clock, getting the play in on time, stuff like that. I mean, the one thing I say he probably could still improve upon this year is those challenges. I don't know what he got going on with those challenges, but other than that, we'll be getting to play in sooner. More than enough time to get all those motions. Those motions make this offensive game plan go. So by him learning from last season to get the play in on time, you know what I mean? To give Tua a chance to read the defense. God knows what's going on. That pre-snap read, you need that time on that play card. And he improved in that so much. His first day coming in, letting Tua know he was the guy. We all know Tua didn't have that his first 3 seasons. You know what I mean? So for him to make that his first priority, that shows that he understood what we was missing, which was that quarterback since Dan Marino. You know what I mean? So just him understanding that was our biggest issue. Guess what he did? He developed a relationship with the fan base. You get what I'm saying? You
Right.
understand what we need. That's what made us build a good relationship with him. Like, okay, he understands. We need to get this quarterback situation correct because without that, we're not going nowhere. Y'all know how it was when y'all got Josh Allen. Once y'all got Josh Allen, it's been up ever since. You know what I mean? So what I could say is ever since we got Tua, it's been like night and day. We haven't had a losing season since. And then Mike McDaniels came in and just took it to another level. You know what I mean? Last year we had expectations, but it was more like nervous, not understanding what to expect. This year it's more like, okay, I saw what he did last year as a rookie, and I see the improvement this year. So now we have even more things to be excited about. You know what I mean?
Correct.
100%.
And then with McDaniels, I like his way he relates to players. I like his relationship with players. I like the way he conducts his business. He might be a little jokester, and people might have this situation, they might call him different or whatnot, but it works. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at it. I believe that he is, as of right now, correct me if I'm wrong, and head coaching right now, it's coaching. You can say he's like maybe a top 6 offensive genius right now in the head coaching tree right now of all the coaches.
Definitely.
I believe, with this defense situation, I believe with Vic Fangio, that's going to be a good tool for him in the future. Just game situations, I believe, he's going to get the defense right. It's going to take some time for us to gel. But McDaniel, he's been very impressive, bro. Last year, we didn't know what to expect. The injury situation happened, and it is what it is. But with the injuries, we still, I think it was number 6? We were number 6 last year in the NFL, if I'm not mistaken.
Overall,
yeah.
yardage.
Yeah. So I'm very optimistic of what we can do this year with a healthy Tua and with McDaniel another year under his belt, having the experience that he has now. I don't think there's going to be not a big moment for him now. Last year, he had the rookie jitters and maybe, the moments might have been too big for him. But I believe now he's mellowed out and he's good to go. I really do believe in this coach.
All right. That's Mike McDaniel now. That's only one part of the management team, not the head coach. and you got to have your owner, right? Your owner, your general manager, and those guys are dealing with the contracts. And you got two big ones that we need to address before we bring on our next guest. Christian Wilkins, defensive tackle out of Clemson. Not Clemson, I'm sorry. Wait, was it Clemson?
Yeah, he's from Clemson. Clemson.
Yeah,
Yes,
Clemson.
yes.
All right, my fault.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Clemson.
Mhm.
And the guy we was just talking about, Tua, contract situation from Tua coming up as well. I think next year is his 5th-year option, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
And then after that, y'all gotta get the brake struck out. Do those things bother you at all? Like, are you looking at those things saying, you know, man, because I went through Spot Rack a little bit today and looked, and I know Spot Rack's not 100% accurate, but I mean, you guys are like 38 million over the cap next year. Now,
36,
even if the
it's
cap,
easy.
38 or 36.
We're 38. We're 38 or 35 over the cap, but there's a lot of contracts that we can move off. We're gonna be good. Ogbah's contract, the Baker's last piece of this contract. They're like all that stuff. It shows that we're over, but none of that money is really guaranteed situation, so we can get rid of it and cut it. And you know, there's a lot of things that we can do with the salary cap next year. The year after that, bro, we have like I think it's like 165 million or something like that. So
you got some
even
big
if we wanted to, really, we could give Tua and Wilkins their extensions both. Now, me on the situation with that, I think Tua will get an extension if he stays healthy this whole season and he does something for us. He's getting an extension probably either way from the way he's going now, probably.
I agree.
But I think he has something to prove, and the ownership wants to see him prove something. You know what I'm trying to say? If that's the difference of giving you a Daniel Jones contract or a difference of giving you, let me give you a contract like Burrow. You know what I'm saying?
Set the market.
Mhm.
So
Well, the
go ahead.
other thing Miami could do is they could pay players a little bit less. I mean, what did Tyreek Hill say about why he chose Miami over New York? What was the word he used? Taxes, right?
Yeah.
So that's something that Miami does have an advantage over, even over Buffalo, over New England, over the Jets, just in our division. They could pay him, say, okay, you know, Tua, maybe we won't give you 50, but if we give you 45, and look at what you're going to net, and you're going to save the team $5 million on the cap, you never know. If you get enough players to agree to it, you'd be surprised.
Do you know what
that's
Tua's
stuff
agency
like that
is?
happens.
Hey,
Do
guys,
you know what
listen,
Tua's agency is? It's not going to happen.
Hey, our owner's not scared to spend that money. That's one.
No, our owner's not scared.
Oh no, it's just that but it's also about the net too. And if you think about it, if you sell
So
winning on top of it, you can
the
save
players.
a
The
couple
players
million
really
on
don't
them.
care about the overall number. It's that signing bonus and the guaranteed. That's what
That
they
is
really
true.
care about.
Right.
That
That's
is
tax number. Listen, man. When people say taxes, that's a lot of that is BS. It's not as bad as you think. You're talking about a 15. If you're talking about a $10 million contract, man, you might be talking about 700,000-800,000. So you might be talking about 700,000 in taxes, bro. That ain't gonna hurt too bad, bro.
Nah.
I mean, but there are things that will attract big time players to Miami. Not only have you guys built a culture of competing and being and being one of the better teams in the AFC, but dog, it's Miami. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's Miami, man. You know, so what 25-year-old millionaire don't want to go to Miami? You know, so
even I would.
There's that. Exactly.
Yeah.
Now I would like for you guys to stay on, because segment we're gonna bring our next guest in, and then we're gonna all get together and break down the game. So I'm gonna put you guys down. I'm gonna move you guys out of the off the stage and back into the studio, and then we're gonna have our next guest come on. Okay.
All right. Appreciate y'all.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
All
Thank you.
right. Appreciate y'all. Stick around or don't go nowhere. We're gonna bring y'all back, but we have to bring our next guest to the stage. This is for me. This is a treat because I could listen to the OGs talk about their experience and things like that. I love listening to it because they're gonna they're gonna tell you what you need to do in order to stay away from the problems in the future. So I love listening to this gentleman speak. He is a former wide receiver for the Houston Oilers, the Warren Moon led Houston Oilers. He was a part of the he played a part in Buffalo Bills history and historic lore. And he's he's an all around role model, great man, great black man. I love this guy. Like he's one of my heroes. I want to bring to the stage Dr. Reginald Brown. Please come on up, sir. Dr.
What's
Brown,
up?
how are you?
What's up, my guy?
What's up,
Dr.
man?
Brown.
Hey, you guys, what's going on?
Aside from that terrible sweat hoodie you got on, man, it's great to have you, Doc. It's great to have you.
Hey, man. Hey, Whittle, I appreciate those kind words, dude. But I will say that when I got on Twitter a couple of years ago, I was really amazed at something, and that something is I was shocked at how the common football player, football fan, really understood football. As a player, you just think that, fans watch the game and they, have some understanding. But hearing you in different spaces when I first got on Twitter and listening really made me appreciate the level of football knowledge that fans have. I'm talking about in-depth knowledge. I mean, I heard you talking about and they got this kid at Bowie State who runs a 4.5 and doing a draft analysis and all of that stuff. And, no, the Dolphins are this because the front four and they don't, their defensive linemen don't get off the ball. And I'm like, damn, when do these normal people who got jobs and supporting our country, et cetera, get to have this in-depth knowledge about football? So I really appreciate your knowledge of the game, because that was something for me as an athlete that just really, really shocked me when I got on Twitter and really started listening to you guys talk about football. But you are crazy as hell. I can't believe you let Dolphin Mob off that easy. I was looking for the fireworks to start flowing, but you're doing a good job as a host. And pleasure to meet you, Coach Beyond.
Yeah,
thank you, Dr. Brown. I had the pleasure of being in a couple spaces with you early on, and we talked a lot about life, and you told me old stories about when you played, and it was an absolute pleasure.
Correct.
It was not just more about football; it was about life, and I just want to let you know I really echo a lot of what Whittle was saying, even in times 10. So we really appreciate you coming on.
I've been very, very fortunate, man, to come out of Miami, the hood in Miami, First 48, and and all of those experiences that go with that, and to go to Alabama State University, or HBCU, and to get a free agent opportunity, and then to make the practice squad my first year, and then 3 years in a row make the team, and then had a knee surgery that kind of derailed my career. But just being able to say you played in the NFL, man, is such a blessing. And now to be a principal at a school, I've been very, very fortunate. But I've been a Dolphins fan since 1977.
Wow.
And I grew up on the Dolphins. I was my first job was selling hot dogs and sodas in the Orange Bowl Stadium. My first game was the 85 game with the Bills and the Bears and Dan Marino, when they were going for the undefeated season and being in that electric stadium. And then the last 25 years has been pretty damn tough. But it's on and popping now.
That's it. All right, Dr. Brown, man. I appreciate
Well,
you
you
coming
know you
through.
can call me Reg, so
All right.
and I appreciate you always respecting that, but I have to say it again. You can call me Reggie.
All right, Reggie, man. I appreciate. It feels a little weird because my mother always taught me. She said, when you speaking to an elder,
don't
put
do
a
it like
handle on
that.
that name. You know what I'm saying?
I'm right there with you, Riddle.
You put a handle on that name. You put a handle on it. All right, but
don't call me an elder, dog.
I mean,
He
okay,
looks
an
younger
elder
than us,
statesman.
Riddle. He looks younger.
An elder statesman. Let's go with that. But all right, Doc. All right, so you played in the NFL. That's a unique experience. It's like less than 1% of the population that gets to be a professional athlete. And at that level, like just to work as hard as you did to get to where you got to, that in itself is amazing. However, can you please walk me through what is it like on game day? Like when you were playing, you had a game. What was it like? Like you get up in the morning, like look, walk me through a game. Walk me through what your preparation for game day was.
Well, you try to, as an athlete, normalize it as much. I mean, for me, it may have been a little different than a lot of guys because I was just always glad to be there, man, and to wake up on a Sunday morning, and if you were playing at home, we stayed in a hotel back in those days. We went to a hotel in Houston, and we were able to get up. We had curfew at night, but then you could leave at 6 a.m. So to get up that morning and go downstairs and get the breakfast was unreal, and again, I'm soaking all of this up. Like I'm eating lobster for breakfast, like I'm enjoying it all, right? But to me, it was always this nostalgia and this blessing of I'm here. And you take that very, very serious. But, at the end of the day, it is about a job and a job that you have to do. And the feelings that I get every morning going into my school as a principal is the same feeling that I got when I was going into the stadium to play a football game. You want to give your best effort every single day, and you want to be able to impact the outcome of whatever's going on.
That's beautiful, man.
Absolutely. That's beautiful. Whittle, I wanted to drop one stat on for you, Reggie. I just Googled this. About 26,682 players have played in the NFL. So if you take Highmark Stadium on Sunday, we couldn't even fill the lower bowl. And Dr. Brown, I still got to call Dr. Brown, is one of those 26,000. Just think about, I just want our audience to realize how rare that really is just to even play one season, right? Dr. Brown, and you played a few seasons. I know you did for sure. Yes. So like that, I just wanted to give some perspective on how rare that really is.
Well, had modern medicine been what it was today, back then, he would have still been able to play. I think you had an ACL, right? An ACL that got.
So I completely tore. I've been fortunate, man. My story, sometimes I have to pinch myself. And as a sophomore in college at Alabama State, I completely tore all 4 ligaments in my knee and dislocated my knee. And Dr. James Andrews, who's the NFL surgeon, I went to him as a college player because my knee was so bad, the surgery. And Dr. Andrews came in my hospital room and told me my career was over. And, through a whole lot of prayer and hard work, 6 months later, I was on the football field again. And then coming out of that raggedy ass Cowboys Stadium in 1996, I tore my knee up again on that. But, again, you just, every day is about the grind. And you know, these things happen in life. There's ups and downs, and that's why we love football so much, right? Because it's such a microcosm of life. You're gonna win sometimes, you're gonna lose sometimes. You get knocked down. Are you gonna get back up? You know, what do you do when you fail? What happens when you have 2 or 3 losses? What happens when you beat a team? You know, you score 70. How do you respond in all of these situations? So that's why you love football so much, because it presents these challenges to you similar to how life is going to present these challenges to you.
Well, I think the way you respond to dropping 70 on the team is going up to Orchard Park and taking a loss. But don't worry about it. 3-1 is not that bad, Doc. It's not.
Hey,
I promise.
hey, I will tell you, you know, I'm a diehard Dolphins fan, and you have to be honest about this. It's gonna be a dogfight, man. It's really gonna be a dogfight. You know, the Bills are a very proud franchise, and you know they feel like you guys feel like you own the AFC East, and certainly the Dolphins. I listened to Tua today, and he said we gotta have this, and it's rare that you say you gotta have something, particularly from the quarterback position this early in the season. So everybody understands the significance of the game, and that's why, you know, I'm gonna have to tell Pastor, hey man, I'm gonna walk out on your sermon, man. Just don't keep me.
Don't play.
Out,
he can't play Sunday.
No.
Sunday we need a quick word. In and out.
A quick word.
Hey,
a quick word.
I had a question, Reggie. I had a question for you. As a player, right? The Dolphins put up 70 points, had a historic performance last week. As a player, would you feel extra pressure because of that into next week, or is it just something that you're so wired as a pro? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it just set the expectations so high. I was just curious what your thoughts were on that.
Yeah, I think the Dolphins have to be feeling really good about themselves, right? But they know, as an athlete, you know it's week to week, right? Like, just because you scored 70 last week doesn't guarantee you anything. It doesn't guarantee you anything except the next team is going to give you everything they got. That's the only thing it guarantees you. And so if the Bills had any question about the Dolphins, they know now, and they're going to be prepared. And so we know that we're going to get the very best out of the Bills this week, which we already would have got it anyway, but there's no question about it now.
Well, absolutely. Now, Doc, you have a unique perspective on and view on game day, on Sundays, on these teams in particular, because as a professional you played against both of them. So do you have any fond memories that you want to share, or that you can share, about your time playing with the Oilers against the Bills or the Dolphins? Now I know the Bills, you know, rival team, you know, there's some historic battles between you guys, and then being on the Oilers and playing against your hometown favorite team, the Dolphins. Like, if you have any memories.
I'll tell you the quick Bills story, because I still, you know, have nightmares, and my wife is still upset about this, because the Bills in '93, the Frank Reich game, you guys come back and you beat us in that game. Well, prior to that game, I was on the practice squad, and we had made it to the playoffs, and the general manager called me in and said, hey, we're going to sign you next year. And back then, the signing bonuses weren't like they are now. And so Mike Holovac said, look, your signing bonus is going to be the playoff check. And because the practice squad players back then didn't get that check, right? So he said, you know, however far we go, you're going to get a check. So the first check was, you know, X amount of dollars. Back then it was like $30,000 for that, if to just go into the playoffs. If you win that game and go to the second round, then it's $65,000, an additional 65 on top of the 30. So at halftime of the
Oh, you was
game,
counting that money.
I'm already counting that. I'm already counting that bread, bro. I'm
Yeah.
already counting that bread.
I don't blame you.
And I actually, because I'm from Miami, and it was cold as hell in Buffalo, at halftime, I stayed in the locker room because I wasn't dressed, but I was there, and I stayed in the locker room, and I hear you guys score, and now it's 38-10. And I'm like, okay, bet they scored. And then I hear you guys score again. Okay, it's 38-17, no big deal. And all of a sudden, you guys score again. And Old Rich Stadium, the stadium shakes and it's loud as shit and it's rocking. And in the locker room, you can feel it shaking. And I go outside and it is nuts. And I'm walking out of the visitors' locker room and I'm walking down the end zone. And some fans see me and just start firing off those goddamn snowballs like crazy.
Oh no!
Just Bills Mafia to the fullest, right? And I get on the sideline, man, and I knew we were gonna lose that game because Warren Moon was sitting on the bench by himself. And there wasn't any offensive lineman around him. There wasn't any receiver saying, hey, let's go. We got this. And I was like, oh, man, this is crazy. So, that was, that still gives me nightmares. And then with the Dolphins, to be from Miami, the hood in Miami where, I had 5 brothers and 2 of them got murdered in Miami. And, and to have seen that type of lifestyle growing up and then to come back home and my family and my friends, in the stadium, and prior to the stadium, we come out and, my dad and everybody is there and I get to, in my NFL uniform, walk up to the stands and see my dad as I'm getting ready to prepare for an NFL game was just unbelievable. And the funny thing is, and this is gonna sound very bad, but it's my truth. As an athlete, you never want to lose a football game, right? So when we are playing, they're going back to Miami, like I'm a diehard Dolphins fan. Like I can't pretend to not be that. And as much as I wanted us to win, it was in my back of my head, like, damn, the Dolphins finna lose, man. Shit. But we, it comes down to the end. Our field goal kicker, Al Del Greco, has a chance to win the game. He misses the field goal, and the Dolphins won the game, and I walked off thinking, okay, if you got to lose, go ahead and lose to the Dolphins. But both of those situations were surreal for me, man.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing, Doc. And we definitely appreciate it. But now we got to get into this game, so I'm going to bring Mo.
Let's go.
Let me get Mo. Alex is here.
The mob is coming.
We're going to get the whole gang in here, man. We're going to get everybody in here. Let's go. Welcome to the stage, Alex. Welcome to the stage. We got Mo in here. We got everybody.
Doc, what's up,
What's up, Alex?
The mob.
Tony.
What up, Doc?
We are. This is a Bills centered podcast, but we are severely outnumbered up here, Bills.
Yeah, Whittle.
We need y'all to get busy in the chat, man. Please. We are outnumbered 4-2 right now, but it's cool. Alex, man, I'm glad you could join. I don't know how much you were able to watch so far, but I want to let you know, man, that we really appreciate not only you guys coming on, but the fact, what you guys do for other fans is beautiful. Like LeSean does that stuff as well. Like we have a bunch of great fans at Bills Mafia, and now Bills Mafia, you guys can see we're not the only ones that do nice things. We got the mob in here; they do it as well. And Dr. Brown, Dr. Brown was gracious enough to give us some time and share his story as an NFL athlete.
Hey, Whittle, not to cut you off, but I've said this before to you, and I have to say it again, man. What Bills Mafia does for the NFL community is really amazing, man. It really is. You guys, that brand, when something happens, whether it's in your community, other fan bases, the way that you guys step up are really an example of what it should be. You know, community coming together to support each other, and you guys epitomize that. So again, shout out to Bills Mafia for all of the work that you guys do.
Man, we appreciate that. We appreciate that. Now, if y'all would just play y'all part on Sunday, take this L with everybody will be happy, man. You know?
Yeah, okay.
Are you going on mad, dog? I heard you.
Count
I
on me to
heard
do
you
that.
after the Jets game, in Bill's Spaces, and I heard you. You gonna hear that same thing come Sunday around 4:30.
Listen, that was real pain because that was real pain.
I don't know if I ever heard you like that, bro.
For real, bro.
That
You
was real
were
pain.
bad.
Listen, we was at the game, right? And
we were there.
you know what? I'm gonna just tell my truth now. You know, since we being honest, right? When Aaron Rodgers went down, I got happy. I said, "Oh, that dude is done. He's hurt. He's out." I didn't know how bad it was. But I was like, "Dog, yo!" I was going over in my head everything I was going to say to all of the Jet fans on Twitter. I'm like, "Yo, I'm about to go crazy when this game is over." As soon as this game is over, I'm telling Lee Shaw, because me and Lee Shaw sat next to each other. I'm telling him, I'm like, "Look, listen, man, we're going to be up by a lot of points in the fourth. So as soon as Josh and Steph get over here in the ball cap, I'm going to start the space in the stadium, and I'm just going in on it." Right?
Oh, no.
We end up losing the game. So, I guess that's my fault,
out of that stadium. Yeah,
Dog, I'm 0-3. I'm 0-3 on road games. I'm not going to no more road games. I'm coming to Miami to chill. I'm a tailgate, but I'm staying outside. I'm not going in the stadium to watch
Now
that
we
game.
gonna make sure you come in now.
No, you coming in this one. You
not.
coming in, Miami. You
Absolutely
coming
not.
in.
No,
You
sir.
coming in.
No, so I'm
You
gonna
coming
handcuff
in, bro.
myself to the gate. I'm gonna handcuff myself to the gate outside. I'm not going in. But listen, this is a big game. Now, from a Bill standpoint, what a win on Sunday, what does it mean? It means first place in the division. We feel like as Bills fans, that's our rightful spot right now. Like we feel like we got the best quarterback in the division. We feel like the AFC belongs to us, and we feel like they're as good as the Dolphins are. We don't think that you guys deserve our spot. Am I wrong? Am I wrong, Beyond? Like, let me know.
No, yeah, they got to take it from us. That's the
Okay.
bottom line. We're not
Now,
gonna
from a
relinquish it
Dolphins
easy.
fan, from a Dolphins perspective, what does a win on Sunday mean?
I'll let Alex handle that because he came late to the party.
Yeah, man. Well, first and foremost, man, I appreciate you guys having me on for sure, man. It's all love at the end of the day. You know, we're just trying to root for our teams. But to be honest with you, man, to me, what a win means on Sunday is just that we're actually here. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Dolphins are here and they're for real. Because last year we started off 3-0 right? And we all know what happened.
Yes.
You know, season got derailed. But I think it's really important that this is a statement game for us. You know, I thought, I don't know if I talked about it, after dropping 70 points, everybody would be talking, but we're still not getting, you know, that respect on the national media, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you got to do it versus the best teams, right? And I think doing it against the number 2 defense in the league, which is the Bills, is going to say a lot. You know, it's going to say a lot, and it's really going to show us, all right, we're for real. You know, it's not just going to be, you know, beating lower class teams. I even said it last Wednesday before the Broncos game. I said to these boys, if we are who we think we are, what do great teams do to bad teams? You blow them out. Now, I'm not going to say I called 70. To be honest with you, I said it was going to be like 30-7. But, you know, but we blew them out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that this game is going to be a blow at all. I mean, honestly, I don't know if you guys have the score predictions. I'm probably at like 28-24 Dolphins, obviously. It's going to be close, but I think to wrap up the question is this is where it's going to show like we're here, you know, and we for real, you know, because at the end of the day, it's a long season. So, you know, we can celebrate now, but it's a long season. You know, we've been here before at 3-0, so it's time to put a stamp on it.
And for me, Whittle, I say the same thing. As much as I'm a Dolphin fan, diehard, and I want to win this game with everything in me, I see this as I don't care what we do in September and October. We're going to win enough games to be there in the end. I'm more concerned about what do we do in December and January. If we win this game, it's good to talk shit on Twitter, et cetera, right? But for me, I'm not really caring until September or December. Is Tua going to be healthy in December? Is Armstead going to be available in December? What do we do when we have to travel in December? And now, fortunately, the schedule sets up nicely for us where 4 of our last 5 games are at home.
Yes,
in case
sir.
you're wondering how it's going to set
sir.
up for us when we're vying for home field advantage. We got 4 out of the 5 games are at home. But really, that's where I'm at. I expect us to go in there and win, but I ain't going to be ducking and hiding because we lost in a game in September. A lot of that ducking and hiding go on. We couldn't find a lot of that Bills Mafia last year after that Heat game. They went missing for a little while.
Oh no!
I think Whittle is still making.
You showed up.
I was on the front line.
No, you showed up. You showed up. You showed up. You good?
We showed up.
I stayed on the front line. It wasn't me. But I just think we remember after the snow started to fall in Buffalo.
Yeah.
So did my opportunity. So did the chances of me finding a Dolphins fan after that game. They fell as well. I found these gentlemen.
We showed up.
Yeah, I found these gentlemen here. I found these gentlemen here, but that's about it. There wasn't no more Dolphins fans other than these 4 right here on the stage. That's it. The rest of them, they disappeared. Poof.
Hey,
David Copperfield on me. But no, for real.
We ain't gonna
win this game.
We gonna be here, win, lose, or draw. But just to answer your question, for me, I know I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. When the last time we beat Buffalo in Buffalo?
2016.
2016, we went to the playoffs. So
2016.
Hey, listen, we gotta knock down every barrier one step at a time. I'm not worried about December till we get past y'all this Sunday. Be honest with you. We got to go up there and get that victory. I heard a lot of people saying this is the most important win for Buffalo because they don't want to go down 2 in the division. Be honest with me, I think it's more of a big win for us. You know why? Because we gotta get that monkey off our back. We haven't beat y'all up there. We gotta stamp that we belong with the upper echelon of the teams. And what they do, they go win the big games on the road, divisional rivalry on the road. You know what I mean? It's some place that you haven't won in the last 7 years. So it got to be big for us. You know what I mean? I'm not real about making the playoffs until I go up there, Buffalo, because we might have to go back up there. Never know. You know what I mean? So we can't prove that we could win big time games on the road. Then we can't say we here yet. We haven't arrived yet until we do that. So that it's a very important game for me.
It doesn't decide the division, but if the Bills lose, we're 2 games behind you with 2 division losses. That, it doesn't mean the division's over, but I'll tell you what. And you guys who do you guys have after this? Do you have the Giants at home and Carolina home?
Yeah, Giants, Carolina, and then we go on the road to see the Philadelphia Eagles.
Man,
let's just say you could realistically be 6-0. Yeah, 6 with a minimum 2-game lead on the Bills. And if you sweep the Jets, even if we beat you the last game of the season, and if everything else holds serve, you have a better division record than us. I think this game is a little bit bigger for Buffalo in terms of winning the division and getting a higher seed to have some home games in the playoffs. I understand your pressure on it, but I think Miami could afford a loss here when it comes to home, the division, things like that, because you still got that game at the end of the season in your back pocket.
But you know what? We can't afford no losses in the playoffs, and this is going to be a playoff atmosphere. So we need to go in there and perform.
True.
So the fact that you see how serious this game is to y'all, and we go up there and get that victory, taking y'all best shot, we arrive. I'm sorry to tell you, if we don't do that, then we still have a whole lot to prove. Y'all still the big dogs. Y'all still big brothers up there, and until we go up there and prove that we could go into y'all house and come out with a victory, y'all gonna still be the big dog. So we gonna have to take that from y'all. I'm sorry, we got to go up there and take that.
So Whittle, let me ask you this question, Whittle. No troll. The Dolphins, and I'm gonna ask this in reverse. The Dolphins win if what happens?
That was actually the next thing I was going to go to, which is the keys to win. The Dolphins win this game if their O-line holds up against his pass rush.
It's that simple, right?
Yes, sir.
They win. They win if that's not all though, because that's not enough. That's not enough because even if your O-line holds up, McDermott and his defense can give you looks that make you think you got something when you don't. I think the other thing is that defense, that Miami defense, has to get timely stops. I'm not saying it's got to be great. I'm not saying it's got to stop Buffalo or produce a 10-point performance, but you got to get stops. Like you're gonna have to get stops when it counts. Late in the game, on big drives. Y'all know what Josh does in big games, and this is a big game. So yeah, that's how the Dolphins win this game. Now I'm gonna have to come back at y'all and say the Buffalo Bills win this game if what happens?
The O-line. You said it right. If we can't control your D-line, if they are able to disrupt what we do, then it's going to be a long day for us. Now, Tua and our offense, and I think that you make a great point of teams that are able to slow down our offense, or teams that are able to read and react very quickly, right? Because we want to get the ball out of our hands in 2.9 seconds. So if we're able to do that, then that gives us an excellent chance of winning the game because Tua processes very well. So if you guys are able to, throw off his processing time and, disguise stuff, and he thinks it's one thing, and so now he has to pull it back down because he thought it was this and it wasn't that. And we know that one of the things with Tua, he makes a lot of what people would consider blind throws. Like the man ain't even coming to screen yet and he's throwing the ball. So if you guys are able to disrupt some of that, you guys got a chance. I ain't going to say y'all going to win at all. I'm just saying y'all got a chance if y'all able to do that. What do you think, Tony?
I just want to highlight this comment real quick. Beyond puts up here, he says the key to Buffalo winning, the key for Buffalo will be to try to disrupt Tua as much as possible. Not an easy task at all, but it is a must to get them out of rhythm.
Right.
And also the Dolphins running game, and also keep the Dolphins running game to a reasonable level. I have to agree and disagree with. I have to agree with the first point and disagree with the second point. The first point I agree. The Bills have to figure out a way to the Bills have to get out the way and have to figure out a way to disrupt the timing. And it's more than just pressing and chucking receivers at the line of scrimmage. It's more than that. It's about taking away that first read that Tua has, and that makes him hold the ball to get to his second read. We have very, very tall defensive linemen. Jordan Phillips is 6'6". Rousseau is 6'7". AJ Epinesa is 6'6". Leonard.
That's what we're doing. We talking about height for real.
Yeah.
See, he had to go.
Look at God.
Look at that. Whittle, you there in the Matrix?
You back, Whittle?
No, I'm back, man. What happened?
It's cool.
Is that what we
I don't know. You were talking about
Yeah.
sizes, and the YouTube guy said nope.
As soon as you start talking about height, they cut you off. They ain't
You
brought
said
up.
You said some Dolphins by 10.
Yeah, what y'all got going on, man? Y'all see, it's too many of y'all up here. That's the universe. That's the universe trying to shut this down. No, but seriously, like that's the thing. Tua likes to throw through windows. We got to take those windows away, make them throw over the top. That will increase our opportunity.
But how do you stop it when he throws it with the windows not even open yet?
No, what I'm saying is we got to get our hands up. We got to make him throw it over the top. Take that first read away, make him go to the second read, get those hands up, take those windows away. Listen, I'm not sitting here. I'm not trying to say that it's easy. This is all difficult. All these things are difficult. But I watched New England do a lot of it, and they did a very good job of it. Now, you guys did move the football up and down the field. You did. But when it came down to it, they did have some good stops. They did play well. They did they did play you guys to a 7-point deficit. I think running the football is not as important for me or for the Buffalo Bills defensively as stopping that passing game, because there's going to be some situations where somebody going to get a holding penalty, somebody going to get a false start, somebody going to get something. And if you're looking at 2nd and 15 or 3rd and 15 or 3rd and 11, you ain't running the football.
We good with that though. We good throwing the ball on 3rd and 11. We ain't got no problems with throwing the ball.
My point is, if you guys run the football, that timing, that all of those different things that go into your passing game, that time and being on schedule, if y'all are not doing that early and often and getting into that rhythm, there's an opportunity that rhythm might be messed up later in the game. And we just need a mistake, and we gotta hope for that. You know, we got a great defense, and we gotta expect our defense to pull something out, man. But
well, I would say, Whittle, I agree with him, because what we want to do is be balanced. Everybody talks about throwing the ball, but what we want to be is able to run the ball, because it does just open up everything else. And that really is, in my mind, Tony spoke about this earlier in the first segment of the maturation of Mike McDaniels, really sticking with the run, calling those run plays, getting back to that Shanahan tree of creating running lanes, different ways of running the ball, which has really propelled our offense, him getting back to the roots. You think about A-Chain and Easy Ezukama playing that kind of Debo role of what they do with him, getting the ball and running, you know, these exotic running schemes to get people in space. And if we can get that running game going, y'all don't have a chance. Y'all got a chance if y'all shut the run down and we have to simply rely on the pass. Y'all ain't got a chance if we're able to run the ball.
Hey, Doc, I just want to let you know, the game y'all lost last year in our building, y'all ran for over 180 yards. I think y'all ran for like 200.
Say that again.
Yeah, most had like 156 or 158.
He had a really long run in that game. Didn't he have a
y'all ran the ball real well in that second game we played, y'all. Y'all lost
last year? You said last year?
Yeah.
Saturday night game.
Okay, I just want to make sure you heard yourself say last year.
That's fine. That's fine. You know how healthy my defense is right now, Doc? Ooh.
That's what I'm happy about too.
Y'all got a healthy defense, and we got a totally different defense. We got rid of a bum in Boyer and got us a real defensive coordinator. And I know Tony will tell you about that.
Well, now that you speak about the defense,
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna tell you something. The way y'all gonna win this game, the only way y'all can, if y'all bring that running game with y'all, because we already know. Let's be honest, we know what Josh Allen gonna do. He's been doing it for years since we've been playing him. But if we got to deal with him and that rushing attack, that's gonna put too much pressure on that defense.
That's what I'm looking at.
So I think the maturation of James Cook, it creates a problem, presents a problem for our defense, which I think we should focus on stopping that run and not letting them be able to run the ball as well as throw the ball, because then you'll have too many things that you have to defend. You get what I'm saying? We already know what Josh Allen going to do. So it's one of them things. Let him do him. Don't let everybody else beat you. You get what I'm saying? Because if not, it's a long day. So my main focus would be on stopping that run. And like you say, let's force them in 3rd and longs and stuff. And hopefully Josh Allen get impatient and not wait for the check downs and try to force something downfield or try to become that hero. You know, you become hero. You know what I'm saying? Force them into a mistake or something like that, a turnover somehow, some way. But you do not want to have to go in the defense and them be able to run the ball at will. That's not a good recipe for success for us.
Okay, all right. So
there you go again.
Side.
Bro,
what is going on? Hey, man.
It's like the spaces. We got the Matrix following.
Yeah, bro. They don't want us to be great, man. They don't want us to be great.
They ain't got no choice. They ain't got no choice with them.
That's it, bro. That's it. Hey, look. What now? Give me a player on each team that worries you. Are you one of your guys that you going into this game and saying like, "Ooh, I'm worried about this dude and his matchup," and then on your side say like, "Yo, listen, I I'm worried about you know I'm worried about this guy. I'm worried about this guy on the Bills." Let me know like what worries you
I'll
most.
go first. Matt Milano, man. That guy is a freaking beast, man. And we got to make sure that we know where he is and we protect him. He done hurt Tua last year, and we go, hey, man, I'm going to catch a case he hurt Tua this year.
I'm saying y'all should
I'm
be
gonna have
fine.
fun on the field, Doc.
Yo, he learned how to fall. He good. He took Tai Chi or something, right? Tai Chi, Taekwondo.
All
He
right.
did with something, man.
Yeah. But that guy, man, when you talk about, some people try to say he dirty, and to me, he's just a hard-nosed football who play balls to the wall every play. And
every team will like Matt Milano.
Yeah,
man.
that's
Every
what I'm
team.
saying. Everybody hate him because they ain't on his team. You know what I mean? So we gotta find that guy, and we gotta make sure we know where he's at, and we gotta control him. And I think that he's so disruptive, and he makes such big time plays, and he gets the crowd, gets the team, cranks the offense up. In my mind, he's the heartbeat of your team besides Josh. So yeah, we got to control him.
Doc, now that you said that, you talking about the linebackers, I think it's very important to say. I know y'all lost what was supposedly the heart and soul of that defense, which was Tremaine Edmonds. But I don't know if a lot of people know this name. But there's a dude by the name of Terrell Bernard, which I've been looking at, man, and there hasn't been a drop off. It tells you a lot that Bobby Babbitt's group, the linebackers coach, he's got a lot to work with, because I honestly thought, looking from afar, that Tyrell Dodson was going to take that job, and it just tells you a lot, that this dude stepped up. I think he already has like 2.5 sacks. So I think besides Matt Milano, I think that linebacking core is gonna be a big deal just in general. Everybody knows what that D line can do. I mean, you got Groot, you got Daquan Jones. I think it's gonna be more the interior pressure, where it's gonna be these linebackers that are coming in on free blitzes, or is definitely gonna end up being somebody like Terrell Bernard, playing at the level he's playing. A lot of people don't know about it, so it's time that Miami kind of exposes that with the kind of backs that we have.
Ball. I appreciate that. Yeah, a little ball over there. That's what's up.
It's not just always on space,
man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. For me, it's Phillips, Jones, and all of them. That interior D line, if they could stop and hold, like, we look so much better with the running game. Let's just be real. And if those three could hold down the middle of that D line, then that's what I'm worried about. I'm be honest with you. You know what I mean? Because if y'all have to deal with, like, the same on the other side, y'all have to deal with us running the ball and getting second and third and shorts, then that's gonna make it a long night for you guys. You get what I'm saying? So those are the three that I'm worried about. If they could disrupt this line or disrupt Tua, the best way to get to the quarterback off his square, pressure up the middle. You know what I mean?
Makes a great point. It only makes a great point, because in reality, if you really look at it on either side, in my opinion, wins this game if that interior D line is playing. I know it's boring. A lot of people don't really watch the trenches, but that's really where the games are won. If you look at Zach Sealer and Christian Wilkins, for our side, the minute they get in pressure, for some reason they play the best against Josh Allen, right? When they get in pressure, man, they make it hell. We already know what happened last year when we almost came back. I'm not one to talk about last year's games, but doing it was Zach Sealer, that came through, with the fumble. And I think that's what the interior D line for Buffalo could do as well. I think that's where it's going to be one, to be real with you.
Yeah, my biggest thing is I'm worried about the Josh Allen factor and Stephon Diggs. I don't want them to take over the game. You know what I'm saying? We know how it is in Buffalo. Once y'all start pulling it on, y'all keep it going. So I just need to make sure we keep them in check, keep Josh Allen inside the pocket, don't let him run outside the pocket, put the pressure coming up from basically from the middle. I want to make sure we contain, Stephon Diggs is Stephon Diggs. He's gonna make catches. Just contain him. Don't let him beat you over the top. Don't let him get all these crazy 33, 35-yard catches out of the blue. Just, keep him in check. You know what I'm saying? And that's my biggest thing. Just stop your offense. We stop your offense, we're gonna win. That's the way I see it.
All right, Beyond.
Yes.
Yo.
Biggest thing that I'm worried about on the
Yeah.
Miami side.
Yep.
I kind of hinted at it a little bit, but I'd say just, big chunk plays. I mean, Miami's so explosive. I mean, we went over the running game and how many 20-plus runs they have and 40-plus plays, right? I mean, we know Tyreek Hill's going to eat. We know Jalen Waddle's going to get – we know they're going to get yards, right? We know Tua's probably going to get 250, 280. Again, I'm just saying if we're going to win, right, Whittle? So the biggest thing to me is just to try to keep them away from those big chunk plays. And the biggest thing I'm also worried about on our side is our tackling, right? Tackling's been a little bit of a problem for us over the last year at times, Whittle. So we have to be on point, especially this game, with the kind of speed Miami presents. And so it's imperative that the Bills have an excellent game in terms of tackling.
Right. All right. So my biggest worry is on my side of the field. I gotta say Tre'Davious White. Like Trey White had a great interception the other day. I don't know the last game. I don't know if y'all watched it, but he was positioned outside of Curtis Samuel on a deep wheel / like hitch route. Like it was a wheel. It was kind of like a wheel, and then he turned it into a deep hitch. And when he turned to come back for the ball, Sam Howell had already let it go on the break. The ball was almost there, and somehow Trey White from outside position came around and leapt in front of the receiver of Curtis Samuel, made the interception, no contact, no flag in the end zone. It was I've not seen Trey White make a play like that in like 3 years. So when I see something like that, I want to believe.
Is he back, Widow? Is he back?
I want to believe he's back, but I gotta be honest and say, when you come back from a knee injury, you're gonna have flashes, and they're not always consistent. So I don't know. Like when I tore my ACL, I tore both my Achilles playing basketball. So I might go to the gym. You know what I mean? Well, not me now, not me at my age, but 10 years younger me might go to the gym, 10 months after the injury, and that night I might be on. I might give you that work, and then the next day I'm a liability up and down the floor. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how consistent he's going to be. I feel like so far this year he has played well, but against the Commanders, his coverage was excellent. It was excellent. And I thought his coverage in the Jets game was excellent as well. But just the plays that he's starting to make, man, like he might be back, bro. I don't know if he's back. I'm not claiming it yet, but he might be back. Now on your side, there are two players on each side of the football that I'm worried the most about. Number one is Javon Holland. Buffalo loves to attack the middle of the field. They want to attack the middle of the field. We know what we got on the outside with Gabe Davis. We know we can work Stephon Diggs wherever we want. We know that we can use Knox in a plethora of ways. But that kid Javon Holland, he's a problem. And I worry about him making a play at a critical moment that disrupts what we're trying to do.
Did he get 2 forced fumbles last week? I think he had 2 forced
Two.
fumbles.
Yes, sir.
Two, sir. Two.
Yeah, so that's the guy, man. That's to me, that's the guy. Like I was going to say Christian Wilkins, but I think our interior O-line has gotten a lot better. I'm ready. I'm ready for this matchup because I really want to see how they hold up against your interior. Sealer's a dog. And Christian Wilkins. I've loved Christian Wilkins since he was in college, man. I'm glad y'all haven't paid him because I'm hoping that he ends up in Buffalo.
Nah, that ain't gonna happen.
Big shot law. I'm holding out hope, man. Until y'all put pen the contract, man. Let me dream. On the other side of the ball, the offensive side, I gotta go with Raheem Mostert, bro. You know what you're
Okay.
getting from Tyreek. You know what you're gonna get from Waddle. So I'm not saying I'm not worried, but I already understand that we have to concede that those guys are gonna make plays. The guy that I can't see, I don't want to see get
That's
hard.
facts. That is facts.
Raheem Mostert, bro. I can't do that. That I can't have. I can't have Tyreek and Waddle getting theirs, and then Raheem Mostert tacking on another $120, 2 touchdowns. I can't do that. Like that we can't do. So those are my two biggest concerns.
For me, Whittle, it's not a player. It's always for me gonna be the maturation of our coach, man. In these big games, they define coaching, and in hostile territory, I fully expect that you guys are gonna give us everything you got, and I'm gonna be looking to see when it get tough, can you still get those plays in on time? Can you make those game-changing plays? Can you make decisions in crunch time? And I believe in it. Yeah, one of the things that I really like most about Fangio is, you got this hot shot, young, play genius. Everybody's calling him genius. But you spoke of this earlier, Whittle. He got an OG in his ear now. Boyer couldn't say to him, hey, bro, run the goddamn football.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Fangio got that kind of cachet. And so hopefully with Fangio helping him make those decisions in critical moments, because against you guys, and even in the playoffs, he made some critical mistakes that, I believe cost us the game down there in Buffalo where we could have won, but we didn't run the ball enough. We didn't, and we took some chances we didn't have to take. So for me, it's going to be about McDaniels if we win this football game.
Big, that's big. Mo, you want to jump in that, or you?
They touch base on everything. They touch base on everything, man. I'm good.
So, all right, let's go. Score predictions. Let's get it. We're going to start with Mo. We're going to go Alex, Tony, Dr. Brown, Beyond, and then I'll finish it off.
31-28 Miami.
Okay, all right. Alex, what you got, brother?
It's gonna be a close one. I think it's gonna come down. It's gonna come down to honestly the end. I can actually see a little bit of what happened last year where it came down to the final moments in the first game. I think it's going to be 28-24. It's not going to be no kind of blowout. I don't know what people would ever even say that. It's a divisional game. It's an important game for both teams. So, yeah, man, I think it's going to be 28-24. Miami, obviously.
Yeah, last season, what it was, 32-29. Y'all won by 3. I think this year I'm going 27-23 Miami. I don't know why people think it's gonna be a blowout. It's a rivalry game on the road. It's Buffalo. Like they're not finna lay down in their hometown, out on their home field. That's crazy to think.
Well, I think it's 35-24. Miami scores a late win by 11, two touchdowns. Late. Buffalo, don't get the first, and we go in and score and seal a deal. So 35-24 me.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with the numbers on this one for you bettors out there. Teams that scored 60+ the next week, 0-7 against the spread and 1-6 straight up since 1970.
Damn.
So I'm gonna go with the Bills, 30-24. Excellent game, lives up to the hype, and just gives us a preview of what's to come later in the season for both of our teams.
All right. I'm going 31-23. I think this defense stands up at the end. I think we end the game. I think we end this game with the defense holding up twice, giving up a field goal, and then Miami getting the ball back, going down the field, and ultimately being stopped by this defense. That's what I got. I got 31-23 Buffalo taking this, and I have a hot take. By the end of this game, the world will know who Christian Benford is. Okay? The world will know. If you know, you know. But if you don't know, by the end of this game, you're gonna know who Christian Benford is. We call him the soccer dad because he puts the kids in seatbelts.
I hope you guys have rockets on your back to catch A-Chain.
Yeah, and that was going to be my hot take. Last week was people will say that's an anomaly. A-Chain will be figured out as the real deal after this Buffalo game.
All right. Now, I appreciate you guys coming through. This is usually a 1 hour situation. As you can see, we are well past that, but it's Dolphins week. We got the mob here. We got Dr. Brown in the building. Like, if you missed the last 40 minutes of this, catch it tomorrow on your way to work. It's cool, whatever. Listen, we got the mob. We got Dr. Brown. What do y'all want to plug? Y'all want to plug y'all Twitter? Y'all want to plug y'all business? Whatever y'all want to do, this floor is yours.
I'll go first. Shout out to you, Whittle and beyond. Thank you guys, man. You know, you didn't have to do this. You didn't have to invite us on, and you could have picked anybody on Twitter, but you chose to pick me, and for that, I'm humbled, and I had a ball, man. Great job by you guys.
I appreciate
it. Hey, to be honest with you, Whittle, I really appreciate that. This is way better than being on them damn spaces, you know what I mean? we could be honest. Yeah. We ain't gotta act like our team gonna blow each other out 31-0, and I say we could give our honest opinion and our honest takes. So I really appreciate it. I'm not really big on social media. I only got the Twitter so that's how I met these dudes on spaces and stuff like that. Y'all can follow me at Tony H on X.
Yeah, Whittle, man. Hey, just like you said the other day, man, I think you carving out a nice niche for what you're doing with the pod, man. And you and beyond. I think it's cool. Not only you have all these content creators that just talk about their team, and you're never gonna actually clash, but in a professional way, actually be able to have dialogue with the other team and be able to get everybody's opinion and just keep it ball, man. Not get crazy. So I respect that a lot, man.
For sure, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Now, where can they follow you at, Alex?
Oh, for sure, man. You already know our next. Fins up, Alex. You already know.
Yes, sir. Big Mo.
Man, I just want to say I appreciate you, bro, man. I got to come through and show support for you. Look, man, I just love doing this. I love talking ball. I love just, talking about football with all our fans. It doesn't matter if you're a Dolphin fan, Bills fan, Eagles fan. It doesn't matter. As long as you keep it ball, keep it nothing personal, we're good. I just want to salute you guys. Thank you, Whittle. Thank you, Beyond, for extending the invitation. If anybody wants to follow me, it's at Mo Sauces. And I appreciate y'all, boys.
Them sauces.
Yep. I just want to quickly say to all of you, Mo, Alex, Tony, and of course, Dr. Brown, it's an honor. Thanks for coming on, guys. It was really great. I learned some things about your team too. And that's what I like about it as a fan, right? Even though we're rivals, but let's just celebrate one thing, guys. Miami Buffalo is back.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
More than ever.
Yes,
and
sir.
Dr. Brown knows this just as well as I do.
Yes, sir.
He lived through the 90s, so he understands
yes, indeed.
what that's
yes,
about.
Sir.
So,
yes,
guys, follow
indeed.
me beyond 716. I got you. Follow back 100%. So, thank you all. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate you, fellas.
And check this out, man. We getting ready to sign off, but listen, you can catch the pod. We're always here Wednesday, 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Pacific Time is 6 to 7. And if you're in the middle of the country, man, figure it out. This is where we are. We're trying to go live, man. We're trying to keep it going. We're trying to educate the fan base on and bring some sort of we want to put faces on all these other teams, not just helmets. And increase good dialogue, increase smart fans, and increase great interaction. So that's the goal. That's the pod. We appreciate y'all for pulling up. Like and subscribe if you want more content. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And listen, even if you hate the pod, tell somebody you don't like. send them our way. You know, we'll bore them to death or whatever. I don't know, but you know, I appreciate y'all coming through. I'm sorry I had to get on my illegal burner today. We're gonna make sure we rectify that situation before next Wednesday, where we got the Jags up over in London. We're gonna try to do something special for y'all and get some folks on the ground to pop in and hook us up with some content. But thank you guys again. I appreciate the mom for coming through. Alex, Tony, Mo, you know, y'all my guys, man, and Dr. Brown, you know. Matt, much respect for you. Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate it. And Beyond, as always, man, I'll see you soon, brother.
Hey, you too. You too, brother.
Easy,
Thank you,
fellas.
guys.
All right, man. Fins
Easy.
up.
Have a great
Appreciate y'all.
Fins
What's
up.
up, baby?
Nice meeting you guys.
Go Bills and
Let's go.
Miami Dolphins. We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
See,
All
you
right,
know the
fellas.
song,
Yes,
though.
sir.
I see you know the song with him.
I know the song, baby. I know the
Sing it.
song, bro.
Go ahead and sing it, what?
Nah, man. I'm gonna sing it after we win.
Hey,
I'm gonna
hey,
sing
how
it
about
after we
this?
win.
Hey,
Twitter
you know
bet?
what? Hold on,
Is that a
hold
Twitter
on.
bet?
Hold on. Check me out before you sign off. Let's do this. We win. You guys sing the Dolphins fight song. If we lose, I'll sing the shout song.
What do you think?
On
Will? Are we ready
live,
to do it?
either on air or in a space. We can talk about it back channels.
Oh my God.
All right, we'll discuss.
Let's
I'm gonna
go.
do it, man. I'm gonna do it.
Let's go.
It's locked in. It's locked in. It's
Are
locked
we
in.
locking in?
It's
It's
All right,
locked in.
bet.
Let's go. Let's get it.
All right,
It's locked
bet.
in.
Let's go, baby. Fins up, baby. Let's go.
You know what?
Let's go,
We can
man.
do it in a litter box. Let's go.
Whatever. It don't
Yes,
matter.
sir.
We'll
Sound
figure
like
it
a
out.
plan.
We'll figure
I'll
it out.
come in the litter box. I'll come in there if we lose.
We'll figure it out.
You find me.
All right.
Find me,
Once
and
again,
I'll
this
pay
is
up on the
Coast to
bet.
Coast. Great episode. You know, we had the friends. We had some friends in here. We appreciate them pulling up, and we appreciate all the viewers, man. Thank y'all for your love and support. Peace out, man.
Peace out.